All right, we're back. So we were live out on the lake yesterday, and we are going to paint some baits today. Been a while since I painted baits online. Just did some white base on my these square bill cranks. I really want to make them very, very bright with high contrast. So really high contrast lure. Let me get you guys called up on my YouTube here so I can communicate. There we go. All right. So there we go. All right. So you guys are there. So anyway, I've been busy painting baits, some top waters. I have a lot of top water stuff coming in. So um, these are square bills, 2 to 4 foot dives. So um, we are going to make them a fluorescent yellow. This crazy color. Really hard to paint this color, by the way. To make it turn out the way I want. You gotta do coats upon coats upon coats of it to really brighten it up. I did a white base, and we're going to. These things are going to be so stinking bright. It'll be crazy, crazy bright. So bright yellow. Hey, randomize. Good afternoon to you. So we're just gonna got my medium brush in here, needle. I'm gonna start painting these things. Yeah, in order to get this really fluorescent yellow, we have to go lots of coats of this. I mean, to get the color, the brilliance that I want. Then we're going to go red stripes and highlights over it. This thing's going to be really bright. So this is a wicked color by Createx, fluorescent yellow. Really want this thing to, and the red stripes that I'm going to put on it, everything's going to just sort of just really be brilliant on these things. Hey, Rich, Leo. Yeah, right. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, I did a live yesterday. Caught a bird. I actually reeled in a seagull. He dove on my topwater bait. I reeled him in. So if you haven't seen me catch a bird, you should watch that video. So we're going to do a little flash dry on these right here. And then we're going to put more yellow on it till this becomes so brilliant that it's going to be crazy. And then we're going to go with a sort of a it's really bright red on it. So it'll be red and yellow, this bait. It's going to be crazy looking. But definitely, in the waters that I fish in, this thing is going to be just a killer. Stick that bait back on there. So, Leon. Our things in the UK. All right, we got enough drying on this one. Get this thing as bright as I want. Man, we're really caking this on. The thing I've learned about this fluorescent, one coat's just not enough. Two coats isn't enough either. I mean, you gotta put it on there. Okay, put those in front of the dryer and bring these back. And the clear coat goes on it. It'll make it even shinier, but I really need the brightness of it. So it goes on real thick. Needs a lot of paint. 4 lures. And that's because I want the detail, the colors that I want. You can see these getting yellower and yellower and yellower. So anyway. I want these things to really pop out in the water. Now we rotate them, put these in front of the dryer. And these really bright. We lay down an opaque white for our base. Get this to really pop. More yellow. Use it up. Very bright, really bright yellow. Put a little more on these guys. Got a little bit left in the cup. Might as well use it up. Make it brighter. Very transparent yellow. So I'm going to lay it on. This is fluorescent yellow. right. Okay, so yellow. Those are bright. So those are bright. And we'll rinse this out. Then get that to dry. We're going to put some stripes on it with bright, bright red. Really bright red. Really bright red. No, I don't. Yeah, you know what? I was told, I don't know where it is next to where you live, but Strawberry Lake in Utah, I was told this morning, was an incredible trout lake. Cutthroat trout, rainbow trout, kokanee salmon. So if that's near you, things got an incredible reputation. So I don't know where Strawberry Lake is compared to where you are. But you go online, they have a funny saying that where the fish grow faster than the algae. So and they got some huge limits on it. I mean, small limits, but for huge fish. I mean, so they must catch some big ones there. Just catch and release. Try Strawberry Lake. All right, so see what I got. What kind of pattern do I want to put on this? What stripes do I want a pattern? That could look pretty cool. That could look pretty cool. I love this stencil because there's so much on this stencil. Lots of different patterns I can sort of mask off and use, and that's what I do. Mask them off. Use them. So basically what I do is I take, a pattern I like, and then I mask it off like that. And one that fits the bait size. Sometimes I think backwards, so I need more yellow, less red. So More yellow. That's red. More yellow, that's red. So we need to mask off a certain area here. So I can get a pattern, but without losing a lot of yellow. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we're going to go with that pattern down there. I always like to lay these things down for the best masking, one at a time. This candy apple, this stuff is really bright. What again requires some layers. Which is tough to do when you're using a mask. And put a little thinner in there. Mix generously. All right. We'll grab the first one. Lay it down. And put the red on it. Lift it quickly. So that, I mean, at least the pattern. Pattern looks like. And red. Pop it off. And pull the moss before we dry and put it on the other side. There we go. Very cool. All right. We need to dry that side now. Let's take some of this red off of this stencil so we don't get any bleed into it. I love the spots on it. I mean, it really does make it look really cool. Now we're going to bring that red up to some more around the eyes and stuff. So this is just a layer, on this. Just a layer on it. We got to dry it before we lay it down for the other side. What we'll do is that now that I've got the red on it, we're going to add some of that fluorescent yellow into the red that's in the cup, make it more of an orange. I'm going to bring that onto the back and then around the head, around the eyes. So it won't just be red and yellow, but there'll be a fade into this orange as well. So, but I really expect this bait to do very, very well in the water. So brilliant, so yellow, you know, fluorescent yellow. Does very well. So we'll do that, and can't wait till I get my. I just ordered yesterday though my top waters. I got from 3 different companies because it's just tough to get top water baits right now, blanks, and I just needed to order for a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and add up to an order. And so I can get some awake baits, some whopper ploppers, and some glide baits. So just gotta wait on them, I guess. You know, that's just what we gotta do. Wait on, clean my hands. Always have towels nearby. So, but yeah, these top waters. That's what I did. I have to put eyes on them, of course, and clear coat, but red mouth, sort of a beautiful pearl blue with a pearl white on it. These things will look great popping in the water. I only had 2 of each size, so I got a small one and a big one. It turned out really, really good. And then this, sort of that fluorescent yellow with white, although these are imperfect. I had a headache when I did these, you can pretty much tell. But yeah, these are mine. Yeah, stuff to give away out on the lake. I think I only got what, 2, or one that's decent to sell. So fish don't care, but I do. But hopefully you guys watched that video from yesterday. That was actually pretty funny, actually. All right, let's get this guy. Let's put this on top of him. And there we go. Make sure it's dry enough for me to put down. There we go. Everything's good. Got to do the popping sound. Very important that you add special effects to your session. There we go. All right, so now we dry those, and then we gotta. We're going to add some that fluorescent yellow to that red that's in the cup in order to bring it out into an orange. Because I think it'll sort of blend it and make it look like it belongs. There we go. Sort of a reddish orange, which worked really good. Purge the red out. Get the color I just mixed. So now, sort of blend it. Looks good. So now, see, very, very bright lure. Exactly what I'm shooting for on this one. And the chin, it gives a little bit of contrast on the bottom. So we get a full 3D effect on it to the fish. And it brings that around too. That get the nose. Get underneath the nose, the nostrils. There we go. And that is a beautiful bait. It really is. That'll hook them. That will hook them. Hey, Tasha. All right, here we go. Wash my hands good. I use simple green. Um, red and yellow is just working really good in my lake. So we're going to do these S-curve square bills. I messed up on those. They'll catch fish. I just can't charge people for them. So tomorrow, taking my family to Crater Lake. An hour away from here. We have not gone there yet. We visited the lava tubes. That was pretty cool. Tomorrow, Crater Lake. Although I have to disappoint somebody because I was going to take him fishing tomorrow. We can do it next week. He's a grown-up. I'll call him a little bit later and tell him. Hopefully he's not watching right now. He should be working. Right? Yeah, he's working right now, so he's not watching. I have to call him at work. So, tomorrow's Crater Lake, which is very exciting. I've never seen it, besides from the sky. Drove by it with 12-foot snowbanks, but couldn't see it then. Just driving home from a fishing trip. Drove by Crater Lake. But, you know, it's 2,000 foot deep, crystal clear water. In fact, it's cleaner than most drinking water you get from your tap in that lake. It's one of the cleanest lakes in the world. And it is amazing. Not many fish in it because of the cleanliness of it. It's a volcano that, an old volcano actually. And all right, so we got these taped off. We're good. And we need paper clips for these guys. Hang them up. Looks good though. They look good. They'll definitely catch fish. You know, a lot of people, you go, well, that doesn't look like any fish. You're right. For the most part, we're just ticking off fish, you know, making them, triggering the bite instinct on them. Certain colors, certain patterns, certain movements in the water do that. But they don't have to look like a fish. Most of them, they do not look like a fish. So we are going to do another high contrast bait with these S curves. We'll do with this. So, you know, we still got enough in here. Probably just do a tack coat on these. Hate to waste it. We just need to make a tack coat for a base. It's transparent, but it'll allow the next bait or next paint to stick to it better. You do this when you paint cars and stuff like that. So your first layer of paint when you paint a car is, well, a joke. But in the end, it sands out and looks like glass. Now this is not the color this paint's going to be. It's just a base coat. Just a base coat. You can use any color for a base coat. Now the thing is about darker colors is that it changes the shade of the color you put on it. All base coats do. So a darker color, we're going to make a high contrast bait with this. But our base on this one is going to be a fairly dark color, and then we're going to put a bright color over the top of it. So we're going to do the opposite of what we just did, which was bright on the bottom, dark on the top. We're going to go dark on the bottom, light on the top. So this will be kind of a fun thing to do. And this is what you can do with leftover in the cup. Okay, we need to dry that. And then I'm going to make these orange. Really, I mean, that sort of that reddish orange that we just put on it, it's kind of cool because it's going to make the color I put on it really crazy. Really crazy. Let's clean this cup out. If I have an orange, but now we can make one. A lot of yellow. I had. May have used it up. I don't know. Okay. had it. Maybe I used it up. We'll just have to make some then. Oh, there it is. Let me add some. I don't think I have enough. It's all right. Doesn't sound like I've got enough to do 5 of these. Hey, I got enough. Woohoo! Let's thin it out. We can go a little farther. Also flow better through the brush. Yep. All right, let's do this. This is a pearlized orange. Just, with that base that we put on it, it really pops it. Really, really, really does a good job with it. And it makes all the difference, with the color you put under one color, makes all the difference on the color and what you want to stand out on the top. Now, there's also one thing that this orange is going to make a big difference on the color that we put on it. Remember, all colors affect another color. So what's on the jar isn't necessarily what you're going to get depending on the base that you put underneath it. If you put 2 different bases under it, you'll actually see a gradation. In the top coat, which I have done many times. I want this orange to stand out. You want it to just pop in the water. Just want it to pop in the water. So you make sure everything becomes very opaque yet brilliant. This is a pearl too. So you want that pearl to really stand out too. Orange, orange, orange. Aren't you going to catch a fish? And yes, you say, we're going to catch. Yeah, it's a beautiful, it really is a beautiful orange. I'm running out of it. I'm going to have to buy more of that. So I love the pearl. Really do. Got a real good contrast. I could just go black on it, but part of me is saying, just don't go pure black. Oh, simple green, water. Simple green and water. So simple green really is a nice organic detergent, and that's water. I do use just a few drops for 4011 reducer in my paint, just to get certain paints just require more reducer, like this color shifting paint. We're going to put this on, and because it's got really large pigments, you got to shake this for like 3 minutes. I mean, this stuff it's got a mixing ball in it that shows you really is a dead giveaway too. But those are the things. Yeah. Uh-oh. Rich went poo-poo in the kitchen? Uh-oh. Bad boy. Bad boy. But we have to, the pearl paints actually take longer to dry to the touch. So they just gotta take, in some for the hair dryer, they take longer. This stuff takes a long time to dry in front of the hair dryer. So you really use it last. And we're just drying that. This stuff goes from gold to a bluish green. It's a color shift. Now it'll be interesting what the effect, because usually I paint this over black. Over white, it becomes a very blue. Over black, it has this color. I wonder what it's going to do over orange. More than likely, it'll turn more gold, but it still should be a very dark contrast to it. So stuff is so, because there's so much of this gold pigmentation in it, you got to mix it really, really well. So I ordered new hooks, new split rings, new topwater baits, a whole bunch of stuff. I want to start doing underwater video recording, so I ordered some stuff for my GoPro in order to do that. So hopefully, that's going to take a lot of editing and time, but next week when I go out fishing again, I won't be out this week, we can get some underwater footage of some of my catches. It'll be a lot of fun. All right. All right. I always try to clean the tip off before I do it, because any kind of flaking I get from this tip will impede the flow in the airbrush. You don't want any kind of paint chipping. So I clean it off really good so I don't get any kind of, dry paint in the flow. I only do 10% of this reducer. That big old bottle lasts a lifetime for me. Depending on the paint and the needle I use. So that's that. Oh, now what I want to do this front one should be the driest. But I'm going to mask this along the back shoulders of the bait. So it's just like that with this painter's tape. Basically, you're just eyeing it. So you can look at it and make sure that both sides are symmetrical, which are not. One side's a little lower than the other. So I'm looking at it like that, making sure that that's that. So you do this with each and every one of these guys. So just want to mask off the gill. You know, really don't care about the eye too much because an eye goes there. You know, a glass eye is going to go there. All right, so there's that. Okay, so this will be interesting. So we're just going to I'm going to paint this and see what it looks like. Yeah, I knew it was going to be gold. You can see that color shift happen. You can see that really is beautiful. So that's a hard line. All right, so we're going to do that with another one and another one. Mask off the gill. And you don't pull that tape off until it's fairly dry. Else you're going to lift the paint right off of it. So you got to let it dry with the tape on it for a short bit. Yeah, some people, they see me, when they buy my baits, unless they watch one of these videos, really don't appreciate what I put into it. But some do. I know you guys do. I owe Rich and Leo an apology. Have you not sent the package yet? I know. I've been pretty depressed lately, and I need an apology. I'll get it out. I got it over there. And I've included a lot of extra stuff, and big apology. No excuse. All right. It'll get there, though. I know it will. Yeah. This stuff just flows so fast. You think it wouldn't, but it does. Um, More taping. And we'll start untaping, and then we'll start blending. That's what we need to do. I don't know what's wrong with me lately, but something's funky. Yes, I have not seen a professional about my PTSD. Maybe. Isolationism is a very scary thing. It's what you do. And that's why I like fishing so much. I'm isolated out on the lake. Nobody can get to me. All right, last ones. I'm going to start removing tape and see if I made a complete mess of things. All right, let's go back to my first one. Remove the tape. Voila. Again, it's a nice high contrast between the orange and the color shifting green. Now I'm going to do a little blending. Yeah, that looks really good. Looks really cool. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it really does. So we're not done with it. We're going to add another color to this too. So again, we want that green, fastback green it's called, to sort of look, you know, again, we've got to blend it a little bit. And just making it look like ran out. We need a few drops. Okay, so we are good on those two colors. Next, I use water to rinse it out mostly, and then I use the simple green to clean it out, and then spilled on me. And then I use the water again to rinse it out. And now we're going to use one of my favorite colors, which is transparent yellow. It is one that I probably, besides white and black, the one I own the most of. Not much in here. A lot of it. Pearlized, blah, 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 blah. Could use that, this fluorescent yellow. Use that. It's very transparent. Let's try it. I always paint one for myself, So this one's always for me. We're going to hold it back. Play with this one a little bit. I'm just going to fold it back and mist it. Yeah. Yes. All right. I have an idea. I always have an idea, don't I? Yeah. Barely see it. I'm thinking. Think. See, I get to play with the one that I am going to keep to see what I want to transfer over to the other ones. And all right. like it. We go with that. That is it fini. And I keep going to the store to buy more of these little helping hands things, but they always sold out. Harbor Freight, they got the cheapest, $5. Everybody else says them for 10. So I just got to be patient, keep visiting them, I guess. Oh, we're getting people in this store. So what do we do? 10. We got red on yellow, green on orange. What do we got? I don't think I have any more top water stuff. I do have a few. These are round bills. Round bills are beautiful. They swim so good, but they swim fairly deep. So I guess I'll just wait until I get some of those top waters that I ordered, and hopefully they'll come this week. I do have a lot of finesse ones. And lipless. I need lipless too. I did order some more lipless. Yep. I have to wait until I get some more top waters in because I don't want to go there with a bunch of square bills. I need, in this next order, more top waters. A lot more. It's just hitting too easy today. I mean, with the lake. So, all right, guys. Woo! That. There we go. Yeah, it should be real hot up here, Timmy. It's been beautiful today. I mean, 75-degree water. I mean, we're just killing it. If you look at the video yesterday, I was doing the lily pads, and they were busting. The lily pads are busting. You gotta come out and hit those lily pads. Um, what was the name of that bait? Thumper lures or let me look. This is a really good topwater soft plastic toad thumper. It's called Toad Thumper. So go to toadthumper.com, toadthumper.com, and you will order one or two of those. They're $10 each. But my hookup ratio on them better than any other brand, from 6 cents to Guggen to anybody, except for maybe Lunker Hunt, which I use their spiders. I fished the 140 lily pads. Oh, cool. The very southern end. That's where I went. That's the best lily pads. At the very, very southern end of the lake. And the Toad Thumper that I got in this month's DHT Dark Horse Tackle Box, I used, and I knew it was going to do good, and it did. It did very, very good. every bass that went to, that actually swallowed it, I was able to hook into, and I was able to pull them in. You just don't get that kind of hookup ratio with a soft plastic too often. So go to toadthumper.com and check out their stuff. Absolutely fantastic. The plastic's soft, the hook is molded in to the bait. It's got just enough flat spot on the very front that I did. Yes, I got that. Rich, but so many people are looking forward to seeing me as a Smurf. So it's I'll be out there Friday. I'm not at the lily pads because I have to work Friday. But maybe I'll go out Thursday morning. I don't know. Just do the morning. The south end in my motor, it takes an hour because I pretty much troll on the way over there. So I'm only going 2 miles an hour. It's 2 miles from the marina to the south end. So it's 2 miles. So whatever speed that you do, then that's the speed you're going to get there in an hour. So you do 3 miles an hour, 3 hours, or 1 hour, or less than an hour, 45 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. Do the math. So now I'm gonna, it really is worth the trip down there. Really worth the trip down there. It's just the lily pad. I mean, look at the video yesterday. I mean, they're busting. I landed 3 nice trouts. Nothing big, but they were respectable. I think 3, maybe 4, 3 or 4, something like that. And so definitely, that's really telling people if they want good topwater, head down to those lily pads. Throw a frog out there. All right, so we got 2 really cool looking baits. Really cool looking baits. Those are definitely catch something. I'm sure of it. You just got to work them slow, nice second gear retrieve. These topwaters are going to be fantastic. Really good. I just need more. I need more stuff. Yeah, you could. The south end, really, Sunset is the most southern spot that you can go to. Um, so, I mean, that I launched at the marina, and when you go across Rainbow Bay trolling, you'll always catch something. And I always troll across Rainbow Bay all the way down. I always have a line in the water. So, in fact, I think that's how I caught that bird. I'm not sure if I was trolling or not. I think I was. So, but yeah, I have my inflatable pontoon, and I always launch at the marina. So that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. All right. So, yeah, let's bring you guys over here. Over here. Over here. So I've ordered a water housing for my GoPro, and I have a GoPro 8. So, but it doesn't have the glass on it. I did replace it once, but it didn't. The glue, it just wasn't watertight because I put it underwater and some leakage, but it didn't hurt the camera. And so I got a underwater housing ordered. It'll come in tomorrow, as well as some more stuff to sort of put it on my head and stuff like that. So I'll be doing more editing of video, but we should get better footage. If you look at the footage yesterday, it was basically my camera, my phone was actually focused on the rods, not the lily pads. So you saw the hits, but it was out of focus. Oh yeah, 15-pound thrust. Yeah, I have a 55-pound thrust. So thanks, Tim. Yeah, 15-pound launch at sunset. But go early. I mean, they are just busting up early. I mean, they really are. I mean, that is a great spot to go right now. Just go down there and dead center, right, split it right down the middle there, and there's sort of like an inlet. You'll see it where I was, and that's really the best spot to hit those bass. They're there, they're there, and there's little islands of lily pads over there that are fun to hit too, because there's always bass around there too. So um, they like to follow the bait over the top of the lily pads for the most part, and they hit them on the perimeter. Although you'll see yesterday that I did get one right in the middle of the lily pads. But once you get that, you got to pull them up and surf them on top. Or so they dive under the lily pads, you might break your line. But I use a 20-pound Power Pro line braid, and that works really, really well for me in order to muscle them out. Now, some people use 50 pounds. I use 20. So look at that. I look so fat. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, I need to, like I said, it's sort of a hit and miss, but yeah, well, it's you got go to toadthumper.com. I mean, these are the best frogs I've ever run across. Really, really good. They don't even take on water until you get a hit, and then squeeze out the water after you land your bass, which is well worth it. But other than that, it never took on water until a bass bit down on it. I ordered 4 more of these today. They're really good. The thumpin' poppin' frog is the frog I used. Although I did order 3 of those, and then one of the swamper walking frog. I don't know what that. So anyway, these are really good frogs. If you want to increase your hookups, this is the only brand I would recommend right now. That I found. Everybody else, I mean, I get hits and blowups, but I just have a hard time hooking into them. These things are just naturals, really very, very good. So I'm very excited about them. So, but yeah, had a good time yesterday. And my battery is fixed now. Lossy, the lithium ion battery, it was lost its memory, and they sent me a free charger, and that refreshed it and got it all going. Yesterday, I did the entire perimeter of the lake and more, and I only used about 30% of the battery, a third of it, for the entire perimeter of the lake. So it's a great battery. I recommend Lossy lithium ion. Their customer service was really good. I mean, they would have sent me another one, but they sent me a charger instead. So now I got a brand new charger. Thing's built like a brick house too, man. Really nice. So, but let me see what I didn't get anything from them. So anyway, that's it, guys. We painted 10 2 different patterns. Very cool. I don't use a snap swivel when I use frogs. I tie directly to the frog. I just trust it more when I'm yanking it through the heavy duty. How am I doing now? Jury's out. Jury's out. I pretty much I put a wall up with laughter, jokes, and fishing that it's just the way it is right now. I mean, there's a wall. There's a wall. So, and I put that wall up. So, thanks, Rich. I've lost 40 pounds. I've lost 40 pounds. So, but thanks, Darren. Thanks. And, it's just that. It's like you're always afraid. And so one thing about my family, we mask our anxiety with humor. Most people in my family. So we could be very depressed, but you'll never guess it. And you think about it. You think like Robin Williams and others, and they that's how they deal with it too, until it just eats them up. So I don't want it to eat me up, um, but I hate asking for help. So um, so anyway, we'll take the family to. I got to go out there and clean my truck, empty it out, put everything in the garage, the boat and everything, and then clean up my truck and get ready to go to the Crater Lake tomorrow, which is going to be really good. Um, so that's a thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. I know. I just I think I just need to stop isolating myself as much and do more with the family. See my kids laugh and enjoy life more with my wife, and stop doing things all by myself. I just wish somebody in the family liked fishing with me. That would be nice, but it's just the way it is, I guess. So, but I appreciate you guys a lot. I always do. I've been sort of absent lately, and thanks, Tim. And we should. That was fun, Rich. Yeah, I'm trying not to let it fester in my head. I'm just I'm just uh, it's hard to explain. So hard to explain. I don't think you can explain it. PTSD is not an explainable thing. It's an unreasonable thing um, that happens after a terrifying thing. And I've had so many terrifying things in the last 7 years. I mean, 6 bouts with death is not. I mean, sooner or later you get punch drunk. You just get punch drunk, and I'm a little punch drunk right now, to where I'm just doing stuff, and I'm trying to keep a routine, but at the same time, the routine is the old routine, and it's just not helping. And I don't know, I got to figure things out. So go outside and clean my car. My truck is so filthy. It's a terrible truck right now. Yeah. All right. I mean, thanks, guys. Thank you. So I always enjoy fishing. It just distracts me. I mean, the nice thing again, it doesn't really deal with the problem. It just takes my mind off of it. That's what fishing does. Fishing takes my mind off of the problem, so I don't have to deal with it. But you always come back to it. I guess it's sort of like liquor. Liquor will take your mind off your problems, but in reality, you sober up sooner or later, and you got to deal with your problem. Fishing is my liquor, and I get drunk on fishing, and I wake up and I have to deal with life. Oh, thanks, Mick. Thanks, Mick. Um, yeah, so I guess that's as good as I can explain my fishing. Um, hey, right touch. Um, it is my substance abuse to give me an escape. Um, yeah, I guess that's about as good as it gets when Um, and my next rod and reel will be a BFS, uh, and we'll go again with uh, um, with Cajun rods. They are the best rod I've ever fished with in my life. And so I'm going to, and then I'll probably get a Shimano Curado BFS casting reel. It's a $200 reel with a $120 pole. It's, really is what I would be doing. I got to wait for my next payment from, Lake of the Woods. Once that comes, I can order this and get me a BFS rod and reel. Again, it's my escape. It's my escape. All right, guys. I'll see you later. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, listening to me, watching me paint my baits. Um, we'll get more of these, and hopefully by the end of the week or early next week, we'll get my top water in, and I can get to painting those because I've got some real. I lost my favorite top water yesterday out in the lake. I lost it, and lost it in the waves when it fell off, and it was a bad knot. Oh well, c'est la vie. So I'll take care. I'll take care. You guys take care. I love you too, and we'll see you back. I'll see you on your lives and my life, and maybe tomorrow we'll do a live. I'll definitely videotape Crater Lake. Gotta show you guys Crater Lake. I've never seen it in person. It's got to be amazing. We'll see you later. Take care, everybody.